figure say na okra.
Ade say the 10 billion here. We've spent more than 25 billion.
So, they make it me see a better than one who say ade 25. We are financial expert.
What are you talking about?
What's your
me footballer by a bobo na bobo
Debbie. And you men kasa.
Adafuna has said Ay3 that tribe. So Air Captain my sound on a year an inclusive an inclusive interviewers on a year Owusu Bempah, NPP Deputy Communications Directorb on any his name or demanded for a detailed explanation. Say, Sana Moon our corner just say economy no Sana busy bedroom a kaya that one money na kufa breast so a Canada when na kosi is another the some kindness here expenses pan the air cost so the AC no etum AC the interview so there I was ambassador kan e was o ka gumu ye pan say me no na betimi ajaage no nti en kokko ten sama aye Owusu Bempah or the tuja
no the economy no it depends on what you see because you know him say it's an undeniable fact say ahochiraba ahochire
yeah that's what I'm asking how did we get here
ebra ye wo mu no enye normal times and the normal times in the sense say we are say o hwe babia economy wow papa J Kufuor you admire so much took the economy and the NPP government was the only political party it take a bold initiative after all the PNDC NDC dimensions in managing the economy Kufuor was the only political leader who take a bold decision to take the country into a debt restructuring. It's very key and fundamental. Say do ya car ya did dear from Ufuri pencil de benina ye beko nyako sre ye dear kache. So obe kaya during the early days of 2000, 2001, 2002, 2004 kabebano amaya bi ana Ghana de do omo kanyina ano hyase ehunu ye mobo e de sikasem che e ma isikasem hyase se efefe e ma amama bi hyase ma isikado sopo se mfa mo ye ho bra sa bre no e na o hwe ya Ghana economy no e hyase se ejina ne nanso no na Ghana dollar any cedi e ye 1 to 1 meboa meboa ana kojo me can no way man.
Oh, that's it. Now
you have institutional memory, and I just want us to go along with that.
Yes, one to one.
Now share the rate of the banking sector. The way I would to one abe flow beji loan. O minus sikasem no share ekoso. At the time ana J Kufuor a free so. Na Ghana ye ka ye there was 9.33 billion Ghana cedis. Sasi Ghana na ye there. Ana J Kufuor in fact ye handing over my NDC for no Dr. Kwabnado for the then governor ebegina parliament make you can go and check say Ghana ye books ye sikasem books no ejina nimrani books are clean ye sikasem sheye ejina so in fact the former president John Mills made the same pronunciation say yesikasem ejina yi na wo hwe yesikasem at that time ade aye books no clean from there Mills Mahama administration from 2016 NPP taking over borrowing spree eshasi one government from 2012 to 2016 ye hand over my NPP na your debt no abalum to 122 billion.
From 9.
Yes, 9.33.
To 122.
So work out the percentage.
Don't worry, to 122.
No, could you work out the percentage?
Whatever the percentage, I could do 122 billion. From 9 to 122.
A percentage of 1,208%. It's very key, Koyo. 1,208%.
So from, me per se, your figures, right? 9.2 to 112.
Yes.
Right.
No, 122.
122 yenko
billion.
To aso.
Yes. Until from there, no, aban we zuba yes, we yenka say bi ya mebo kanibi. Ya bebo bosiani bi. Asat 2022 there November no, the figures that I have, maybe you have a new figure which we can discuss about it, but it's about 577 billion. I know. I'm talking about Asat November 2022.
November 2022, the finance minister Kokan, but when IMF dealings started, everybody say, more than 714, where do 714
billion? And we can justify why.
No, so therefore,
yes.
May I am in person comparison government to government, but I want us to look at the figures.
Yes, the figures.
From 9.2 to 122.
Say, what figure do you have?
And then from 122 to 714. Billion.
Okay. And I'll justify why.
You justify?
Yes.
Tell me.
I'll tell you.
I'm willing. I'm just ready for it.
Bosia bi ayebo bia no. Ehun susanso ho.
Ewe hin.
Me say bosia bi aban bi abo bia. Ehun susanso ho.
But is it not surprising? Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia told us that with just 30 billion we will be able to solve every problem. Now from 122 billion to 714 billion. Our problems didn't solve it yet. We are still there.
Because we came from somewhere.
Where?
That is where, yes, let me show you something here.
Show me.
This is a government, energy sector alone. They came, NDC, are buying. At the 3 years, signed 25 power purchase agreement.
Nina can 122 no.
Debbie.
And I know say different costs.
Say if you and ever. So about Bosia interest was so. Bosiano a dane dollar no kotro eba forma ebeka ho.
That's right.
Inti so ya ban. Me ma example ko jo smart ti hey. Ni fie kakra kay si taifai.
Ensi taifai si Tantra Hills. Mini lumba
na me ba minimpa lumba me yo.
Mini lumba. And I was one crop be trap pictures.
There be me small bia man me.
Okay. Ombo.
Bia me twa picture. Me small bia man me twa picture. Me dey kura so da. Ana propaganda in bina we. Power purchase agreement. Kojo say otinifie midra general betua. Air conditions. We hear air conditions 3. But because kojo feel say media general betua ntino. No call order. Ni fie air conditions we hear 2. No call order 25.
Media general twem. Ti mo be twem. Ti en koso. It's a power agreement. Power producing agreement no.
Or pay.
So what did you do?
Or pay.
So what did
we are paying, and that is part of the debt.
But it's part of the 122.
Kojo balloon.
No, so it's part of the 122.
It's not part of it. Some of them is part of the old the debt.
Meaning that what we
interest
122. But you have an interest on 714.
Kojo, can say.
No, there's an interest on 122, and you have an interest on 714.
122,
and then interest on 714.
Balloon to that level.
That's right. But you have also balloon.
And I make your balloon no one. I make your no. Say a cano. No power purchase agreement. I override it. To a time we are paying for that.
But you are aware. You are aware, sir. And NDC yes so we are corrupt. NDC yes so we nyade. Mahama ye corrupt. Mahama to say, ministers to say, then the whole nation decided that 122 billion was enough. Mahama, get out.
Of course.
And the did say, you guys will come and fix it. Why are you still blaming Mahama?
Because we be blaming because as a American, so we be me, we say power purchase agreement now or something. It's roll over.
6 years in it. What have you done?
6 years. What do you want us to do? We are paying for it. The ordinary.
So if it is not good, deal with it.
We are dealing with it.
And it's so you
can't come and say Yaboka 700. That 700, almost 300 billion is from that recklessness.
Daddy,
yes,
Daddy,
I'm telling you. I am telling you.
No, there's nowhere. Listen, there's nowhere. No documents. Nothing shows.
That is what I'm showing to you.
No, let's get this straight. If you look at the energy sector, it's an area I've taken my time to read a little about.
And I'm also there.
From Rawlings' time, the energy sector, Rawlings left about $18.9 million debt, no, Jato ECG. No, maybe try me. No, me chawa there. Me can't from Rawlings.
All round. This power purchase agreement. How much one power purchase agreement is worth?
Answer na NPP J. Kufo taking over from Rawlings. No, Power purchasing agreement 4 Nana Rawlings Ejato, 2 from China, 1 from Norway, 1 from UK. J. Kufuor said that, look, these are the agreements signed by J.J. Rawlings to increase power generation. But if you look at it, Ghana, we don't need this one. We need this one. We don't need this one. We need that one. 2 of them were cancelled. A lot of people thought that you may incur judgment debt. But that time, former Dobe Kwabenya MP led the team. You incur judgment debt. Michael Okwej, what they are not told in China. Mob J. Kufuor Kono. Don't forget there were 3 power purchasing agreements. The same thing, 1 from Norway and 2 from China. Professor Mills also said that, okay, maybe, you let me finish so you can get what I want to tell you. Professor Mills also dealt with it. Then, Nana Dobayeno, Namahama Balloon, let me borrow your word, from 4 plus 3, 7 to 22. 25.
Yes.
The balloon that.
Yes.
A Canada. All this put together, plus Rawlings Seka, Kufuor Ka, Mills Sebesia, Onwankasa Mahamadini Nano, was 122 billion fixed. This is what the Osafoma for Olidi front for the transition sign say a car Mahama Batu Ghana Honina, including Kwame Nkrumah time in Nano, 122 billion. Now, Yakana Yediano, 714 billion. How did we get there?
And Nuna may try to explain to you that
okay,
you don't
explain.
get it.
My machine is down.
Because power purchase agreement, there are other interest. The amount that we used that was part of it, some of it was not added to it. Let me give you an example.
Tell me.
Car power project. When I was in Ghana Gas, I'm in Ghana Gas. Car power project, the agreement was signed. But every month, you believe, say, we're paying $50 million every month.
But for how many years?
Still we are paying.
No.
Because, Captain Mami,
it was signed for 6 months. It was renewed for another 6 months. You had the opportunity, time now, they are not expire, October 2017. You could have said that, no, we don't want it. Why are you still keeping it?
No, there are clauses.
What's the clause?
Have you read the contract?
What's the clause?
Have you read the contract?
Tell the people the clause.
Of course. So, Mami,
so tell us the clause.
Power purchase agreement, there are a lot involved. And so, we were forced to bring the car power to Eastern region because the fuel amount was almost about $120 million every year.
But you have renewed the contract.
No, what I'm saying
NPP renewed the contract.
We were looking...
No, you renewed the contract
because we were going to pay more.
No, you renewed the contract.
We were going to pay...
The contract was supposed to expire in 2 years.
Captain, let me land.
15, 16. Okay.
Because the American say...
But answer this one for me. Did you renew the contract or not?
I say American.
No, just answer yes or no and then we continue. You renewed the contract. Of course.
The point is that... Listen, Captain.
Yes, sir.
The point is that there are a lot of clauses to do with that.
Okay.
And they say, power purchase, power purchase, car power. They buy amount of money that we're paying for.
It's $50 million a month.
Yes.
Okay.
So we look at it from other angle. Yearly, we're paying almost about 120 million. We share the amount of crude. Now share gas. I provide your guma. Is far 80% cheaper. The generator capacity I bet you push about 60 million scarves to the guma. It is giving us about 400 megawatts of electricity.
So it was a good thing.
It was a very good initiative because the clause in it, would have paid more in terms of money and transaction, contract cancellation, and all that.
So it was not a bad thing.
It was a good initiative because the initiative from the buyers, it was a white elephant.
But it was working.
It was working what? It wasn't working. It was sitting in Tema. It wasn't doing anything.
And why did you decide?
Because we were paying, whether we like it or not, we were paying that amount of money.
But contract you are. You can see a renewed contractor. Chesa dey na pem. And a work of
Insunsuansoni echire po a edi echire no eni insunsuansoni agreement ni ewo mo.
Eti etwemu anka be ne.
But I cannot tell you here because it's too complicated. That's the point I'm making to you. Say gas.
Car power.
Listen, and I make sure say it is very fundamental. So Betiasi said the government took a bold decision to bring the car power. And they am 400 megawatts of electricity. I need abe support to your power grids. And they
that's a tip say sumu.
Well, 400 megawatts is very.
That's a lot.
It's a very significant.
That's a lot.
In Tina, I make sure. The Tosumiunu, as OTC and say banking sector cleanup.
There be any debt, no. 740 not addressed.
I want to make a, and you want to maybe.
Okay, bruh.
Make a power sector take or pay.
Okay.
Key.
Then banking sector cleanup.
Billions, almost about 17 billion. And I no interest accrue to the level.
Ekano was 9.9 billion from the Bank of Ghana.
And Bank of Ghana,
Bank of Ghana, they lead the cleanup exercise.
Purchase agreement first.
Okay, okay, banking sector. I'm sorry, bro.
It was because why two?
No. That you see, when we know the figures.
No. I know you know the figures.
You are a journalist.
No, yeah, I will
you are a professional journalist.
Yes, of course, I will come and sit.
And I'm a professional broadcaster.
Yes.
So when you know the figures, you can't sit quiet.
Captain, may say. Captain Banting's
okay.
The figures for the power purchase agreement
prosecute them.
Now say the will of justice grind slowly.
Court on this.
Power purchase agreement, take or pay is there with Attorney General. Go and check.
So prosecute them.
Yes, so it's there.
You don't make noise into our ears.
No. It's
the
very important.
Keep telling us where you
say. No, they want
so deal with it.
I'm a balloon debt in a high. Our residue it's very important.
714 in the way
and he business interest the woman can amount of money roll over can Captain very important.
Yeah, principal. Yeah, Pacho. Yenye say Pacho. Where they Mr. Pacho. Where they bro. Say soft one day akobo besia. Yes, soft one day. The principal say. Interest, say. From the documents, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta Kanye, and Parliament, no. On one muton.
That document, no, Mami Musa question. Or raise the issue of take or pay in it.
What's the name?
Or raise the issue of take or pay.
Nyambotre. So be raise take or pay, no. So Finance Minister to me and Fankan what they are no abon.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, because when him say Kase Daho. Now we share nyame anim de asie we de sie hwan
obi amfansie
very good and in the total or no catch there yen say ye de ka 612 billion then ye adwin say ye call IMF said no guys mon kofa kokos syndicated loans na margin me no mon fa no socket ade no Ken Ofori-Atta raise 2 bonds $3 billion mon fa no so we got to 714. And then the IMF is saying that Finance Minister also catch and say interest in your interest in Anton Chain. Say no, your service interest in your principal and 714. That's what I'm asking you. You are not a finance minister anyway, but how did we get here from one?
That is the point I'm making now. Maka won't yasi.
Oh, betwasi.
Because take or pay agreement, you know. There are a lot involved in this.
Sad 25.
Yes. Because
so you are still paying for the 25?
Yes, of course.
What are they giving us?
What are they giving us? Because most of the energy, you 2 penny you use so far.
And
the rest is we are paying for it.
Why are you paying for it?
Because they sign an agreement.
Agreement for how many years?
Read it.
How many years?
Maybe first, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Don't worry, the first 5.
14,
that I'll be fine with that one.
Maybe first 5. No. Send power. Almost signed 6 June 2012 to proceed without any modification in timelines. No modification in timelines.
There were timelines, but no modification.
Yes, and that.
So what was the timeline and not any modification? We need to know the timeline without modification.
The extension and the agreement is supposed to be signed based on how much we've used or whether we've used or we have not used. We'll pay.
Yes. For how long before the modification?
This one 2012. 2012 to 2023.
Yes.
2032. This one 2032.
So this is the one we are using.
No, we are not using. This one it's one of them that we are not using. We are using. where we are not paying anything.
And they also not producing.
We are not using it.
But they're producing.
They are not producing.
What's the agreement?
There.
If you are not producing, I don't owe you.
As someone make canon
We signed
the agreement.
That's when you produce.
They sign.
Buy.
Whether they give it to us or they produce for us a take or pay. So what they make say?
No. Yes. So when they produce, you take. If you don't take what is being produced,
we still pay.
You still pay.
We still pay.
Now you are saying they are not producing. So why are we paying?
We are paying because they sign an agreement. Say your contract, you be energy. Then a more example.
Yeah. So it's take or pay.
That's what I'm saying. So now more example.
Are they giving us something to take?
My example. My first example.
Then your government is being reckless.
What's the recklessness?
Because this is a typical example. I am offering you these two things.
Mama mobile phone. My example.
So,
my example.
No, Captain.
No, Captain.
You take.
No,
Debbie. You pay me.
Debbie.
Now I don't have this to offer you. Why are you still paying?
Mami chill.
Okay.
Make my example first.
Okay. All right.
So we feel say air conditioning will fee. I'll be here to media general betua. Intino. Two now here.
But about Quaka.
Debbie. Kwa actually so here 25. What the receipt about?
That's right.
Meanwhile no here. But what tia you tia media general tia.
That's right.
Ekasi ho.
Matthias.
What fa generator ni si ho. And as what fa air conditioning su fee.
The will kind of
air conditioning.
What kind of foundation in here correct? Because
foundation here correct.
One a wo ba be si. We see we are. We see ni ya woka. We see we are. Like send energy.
Waji
energy produce
waji aba o ma hihye o de bibia ma wo waji esi o so be hia
very good
what sign agreement
that's right
be odia
that's right
sike wo mu ni nsunsuanso no eye wo asem
correct
whether o mu produce o man produce what sign agreement no o mu de o ma
that's not the agreement
that's what happened
the agreement is simple Captain, what kind of fair
the kind of fair
what's it take
listen
or pay
yes.
What is the take? The take in the send agreement is that as soon as the power is being generated, you should take it.
Exactly.
Or if it is produced now I'm a far, you will still pay. That's understandable. But are they producing?
They are. Some of them are producing.
Some number one. Producing. Which of
some
them
of them are not producing. Amandi
is not producing. So we are not supposed to pay.
No. Listen, Captain. Me say, we say whamu ne etia.
You're producing as it.
Yes, and because Amandi is producing. This one is producing.
Which one? How many?
Marinos is producing. Only 2.
2 out of 25.
The rest we are paying.
Why?
Because we signed this in the clause. The agreement.
Even if they don't produce.
Me say it's in the clause.
Which clause?
It's in the clause in the contract.
Hold on. For we Makato is Onia. It's a college. You na send energy for contract. Simple.
Sign. It's very important. Can we continue?
Continue. Nanka banking sector.
Yes.
Okay.
Captain, a very important says that recklessness that went on within the energy sector. A very key says here who say take or pay agreement, which was not paid for, which was not a amount of money that went in there. You call the next one. The next one, the banking sector. Banking sector no clean up a bar within the banking sector, Captain. Very important. I know so sika no borrowing. I can say balloon borrowing amount of money that has been spent on the banking sector. Almost 1.2 million deposited sika. Ekoke dwemwa the economy at that time no na seka. Money sa anka Captain. You bank at that time. You have the figures already. And you know what happened in the banking sector. The cleanup alone is part of the debt that you are talking about. How is it? Amount of money in it. That's
debt now you can
of course.
And every loan is specific.
Of course.
Banking cleanup exercise can for your time for document to be and parliament say me could clean a bank. Now me here business say they could clean it. There's no document.
Hold on.
Show me. There's no document.
Hold on. Finance ministry.
Yes. So for business or the be clean it. Can you grab a Western situation?
Oh. Why?
I am saying there's no document.
There's no document.
Can Oforiatta place anything before Parliament?
It's part of the restructuring of the banking sector. It's part of the restructuring of the banking sector.
Yes.
It's part of it.
But
it's a part of the financial. So, your debt in our accrue. The debt in our accrue is part of the restructuring of the banking sector.
What
do you have? What do you have?
You see.
What do you have?
Loans na yeje.
What do you have?
Senior, loans na yeje ewo. A mine krodos no. Loan ye de co parliamentar. Ye specific. Ye pese ye de 100 million South Korea loan. Ekoye nsuo wo techima. Ye ko gomu ayamforo. Ye de $3 million ekoye adwuma wa ha. Ye ko techima, ye ko takwa, ye ko bubikuma, ye kwa. Ye de sika sei na ekoye adwuma. Bibia no adwuma ye de koye ni sika ne sha no. And I am saying there's no document in Parliament clean banks. So that cannot be part of the debt.
Document. What do you got documents now, Okra?
No, loan is loan. When you are going for a loan,
18 billion paid for the depositors. Where did that money come from?
Banking sector clean up in according to Baumia. When you're quoting 80 million, then Baumia is lying to us.
How much?
He said that initially the total was $6.4 billion Ghana cedis.
How many depositors?
Hold on. No.
How many
depositors? No, hold on.
And what is your proof? What document do you have?
He said it. He's the vice president.
No, where is the proof?
And then later, it ballooned to 9.9 billion. And then when he went to Parliament, he said that he used 25 million. How?
25 million or
billion?
18 billion. That's at the time.
No.
18 billion. 18 billion. What figures do you have?
Oh, say there no one. And then this paper no they lie.
It is say what is your point?
My point is that.
Let's go on. Yes, because there's a lot to talk about.
I bet we did just about 10 billion a year. You have spent 25 billion.
10 billion. What is your point?
If it is 9.9.
W. What point in the say? Because maybe you.
Banking sector clean up.
The clean up.
Good. Granted.
First of all, let's establish this.
Okay.
Is it true? Say depositors or more bank? No musika sem atwachi. They needed to bail out the 1.2 depositors.
Okay.
Is it true or not?
1.2 million depositors. Fantastic.
Is it true or not? No.
Royal Bank.
No.
What can 1.2 million depositors? That is why Mr. Jackson a challenge say one person be our bank account or her, our bank account or her, our bank account. And also so you had the no. Oh no, Tobo. I didn't know the ban here, baby, fine. 81.2 million depositors. Total no na saying.
Total of what?
Total money na depositors they go bank no na saying.
Depositors they go bank.
Sika na what bank no na saying.
Amount of money that the government.
That is what the government is supposed to pay.
Between 18 billion to 25 billion.
Hold on.
Hold on. Between 18 billion to 25 billion.
No, that's not correct.
Say that figure say
no. That is why
figure say no.
That is why a finance minister Nankasa call If you go and check. Or call request for supplementary budget. Hold on. Let's get it right.
I hope we are not bundling with figures. We are not going to bundle with figures. The point that we are making is that it's very key and fundamental. Say, depositors, you buy about 2 depositors, musika ako edwem. As at the time one.
Now when
the banking sector was not having any money.
Okay.
And you know that.
And you needed
at that time, we needed that money to bail them. 1.2 depositors.
So you needed how much to bail?
Between to save the banks. 18 billion to 25 billion.
I'm saying that, my dear brother. Then when you tell me it was 18, then I would doubt our vice president. I would doubt our finance minister.
To 25 billion.
No. So the finance minister and Baumia gave conflicting figures. Baumia said 5.9. Finance minister said 9.9.
That time that the restructuring was going on, and the finance minister making.
This was in 2019. After the restructuring.
At that time, the figures that you have. The figures that you have may be moving around. It depends on how. At that time, we see porno. I can't say no. And one seven American. Captain.
That time, we have a CBG about. CBG did the 2nd year anniversary.
Bringing a report on financial transaction is very, very important.
And
Captain. Okay. Very important. So we buy see the figure say na ukra. We see 25 billion. Me wa.
They are between the 10 billion a year.
The book can say figure say na ukra.
At the SSC 10 billion a year. We've spent more than 25 billion.
So, they make it me see a better than one who say at the 25. We are financial expert.
What are you talking about?
Debbie, what's your
Menya footballer by a bobo na bobo na
Captain Debbie. And the kasa. Adia pedi ti suro be hu no. Adia pedi wo te form financial aspect. No, Captain Debbie. And I disagree with you.
No.
Ada funum nti nsem na yakoti abansem gan kan se nsem so do ka bi gumu ye pan se captain na say hey obu ha say no say unu pan wahye ma amount bi aso unu pass amount se ntin de ina me kan say say nsem no kan me no na betimi a correct no nti comments de obi abo captain abaso ye pan se comment ni na captain na say mo bo na abaso say nti bi no de ban de pan obi say good job captain, great job Mr. Man, it's a good job captain. I say complete job captain smart piao. I say good job captain. I say I say wa makwan ama say cancel scanner e call ye no. He say can no da ho no. Efi efele ku for this na fe can increase say and then there a shooter ko show bi enim there amudi scanner ya still now mine egusu say and who interview no we train. We say captain is really smart and intelligent. We say respect captain. I say yes, we are paying for it. Hey, Mr. Deputy. I say God bless you with your good. God bless you with a good job done. So this alone shows that this government is the most useless and reckless government ever. If you think you don't have any idea as to how to make use of the power purchasing agreement, then vamoose out of our way to make way for the ones who signed up this agreement to make use of it. JDM is a great man full of vision. So we say, Captain Smart, I salute you. Bon. Hey, this man should calm down for Ghana. He said, Captain, so say, Captain, you need to ask him that the servant he's talking about, what is he suffering from? I guess when he came from this program, he drove to this place. Or say, look at you, shows you are not to stop talking like a child. Here say, in summer, nurse Owusu Bempah to join dear. A man for to trouble in the year, pan is an no kind of crab back say, it was a lies in their DNA. It's fantastic. Like commenting say commenting no. Say majority carries the vote. There will be a boy captains when about to say when any ati or vision, or very intelligent or smart a concept captain smart intended or the air strategy pan two will be beside science and no beside soon. And so spend power car on to me some be all they go coin and Trump can I say Osiwa so all should in some edigu one. Times at the mount if a number and common number that screen as no screen service at the house now home pepe say printing animations shoots empty. If a number no new entry and come your hospital you mount there at the amount for number no nice a product that will biano into me and boy mount there in farm then the Abraham cancer. 3 Media Tribe, the voice of the people.